What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we caught Cresselia, and in this episode, well, we are going to catch 2 more legendary Pokemon here on the top of the Spear Pillar, but first, I actually forgot to do something beforehand, so let's take Lofty and, wow, we can't actually fly up here. Well, that is kind of lame. I mean, we're on the top of a mountain, for crying out loud. Why can't we fly here? But, whatever. I guess let's trek down the mountain a little bit so we can actually fly, but basically we need to fly to Celestic Town and talk to a few people there, get sort of a history lesson of the 2 legendary Pokemon that I plan on capturing in this episode, and then they will actually appear on the Spear Pillar. So I kind of overlooked that minor detail, but I promise it won't take too long. And good, we can fly here anyways. Let's make our way over to Celestic Town. Ah, there it is. Almost forgot where it was for a second. But yeah, after we take care of this, the 2 Pokemon that I plan on catching should appear on the Spear Pillar. But of course, we will have to, like, you know, walk all the way back up through Mount Coronet again. But that's not really that big of a deal. I'll probably just cut for that. So you guys, it'll be like we never even left almost. Anyways, let's check out this painting again. And hey, it's Cynthia. What's up, girl? This cave painting, it's always been described this way. The light in the center represents either Dialga or Palkia appearing at the Spear Pillar. The 3 lights around it were thought to be Yuxi, Mesprit, and Azelf. May I continue? Sure, go on. But then, I realized that there may be another way of interpreting this. Could this triangle of lights actually represent a different trio? Could they be Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina instead? And that large light at the center, does it represent something else? Could it be what created this world of ours? May I continue for a little bit longer? Sure! Thank you for listening to my theory. Do you know of the ancient plates they find all over Sinnoh? Yeah, I actually have a few. One of them had this engraved on it. 2 beings of time and space, set free from the original one. I think this quote too points to the presence of another Pokemon. A Pokemon even more powerful than Dialga or Palkia. Does that sound plausible to you? I'm not quite sure how Giratina fits into this scheme of things, but it's said that in the distortion world neither time nor space were stable. I think that tells us something about Giratina, the only Pokemon there. It must have been as powerful as Dialga and Palkia, the rulers of time and space. In some way, though, Giratina has to have power opposite of theirs. I'm sorry this is so long, but may I say one last bit? Sure. A long time ago, I wondered what sort of person painted this. Dialga's Roar of Time, Palkia's Special Rend. To the people back then, those Pokemon really must have appeared to rule over time and space. Seeing them must have shaken the people to their very core. This painting represents those feelings of awe, wonder, and everything else. It passed that memory to countless people, eventually becoming a myth. That's what I believe as a researcher of myths. I think I let myself get carried away and talked for far too long. I'm sorry, and thank you. Let's meet again. Don't worry, Cynthia. That was interesting to say the least, so I do appreciate it. Alright, now that that is done, there is actually one more thing that we need to do here in Celestic Town before we can get Dialga and Palkia to actually appear at the Spear Pillar. So, let's just make our way to, I think this is actually the library in Celestic Town if I remember correctly, but we do want to talk to this elderly lady. Well, hello, you look good. Thanks. I did some research of my own since that spot of trouble last time. Mount Coronet's acting up had me very concerned too. Well, this is what I found in the shrine. It's a book and it's quite old. Let me read a bit for you. The bearer of the shining adamant orb summons Dialga to the Spear Pillar. The guardian Pokemon of time will answer the call. The bearer of the shining lustrous orb summons Palkia to the Spear Pillar. The Pokemon that binds the spatial dimensions will answer the call. It seems that people of long ago met both Dialga and Palkia, the Pokemon of time and space. Well, alright then, thanks. Good thing for us, we actually have both the Adamant Orb and the Illustrious Orb, so all we've got to do is make our way up Mount Corona. But first, I actually do want to go to the Pokemon Center and heal my Pokemon, because I totally forgot to do that before going to the Spear Pillar the last time. So I'm kind of glad that we actually had to come back down to Celestic Town, because now it'll give me this opportunity to sort of like heal up and make sure like all my PP is restored and junk like that. So now we have a better opportunity of catching both Dialga and Palkia, but I will see you guys at the top of Mount Coronet. Alright, so we finally made it back to the Spear Pillar, and if we keep going just a little bit further, check it out. There's a rift here. On the other side of the rift, in a fantastically bizarre place, it's Dialga. And of course we're gonna challenge Dialga. Oh man, this is exciting, let's do it. This battle music, man, it is so incredibly epic. I'm excited for this battle. Now, Dialga is level 70. It is a Steel Dragon type Pokemon, which is a really interesting combination, honestly. I know Flamethrower is only going to do, like, normal type damage to it. It's not, like, super effective or anything, which is kind of good because I don't really want to risk dealing too much damage to these guys. Thankfully, since they are level 70, both Dialga and Palkia, most of our, you know, heavy-hitting moves, chances are they won't actually kill them, which is good, because I really don't want to do that. I just kind of want to get them into the, you know, yellow-red area. And that Flamethrower actually worked. That crit definitely worked in our favor. So, unfortunately, Epona, yeah, you're not gonna make it. It was nice knowing you, but you know what? I think I'm gonna swap into Lofty because Quick Attack might just do enough damage to get Dialga into the red, and that would be ideal. So let's see how much this does. Hopefully not a lot. Oh, that is perfect. That was a crit. All right, you know what? I might actually be able to go for Quick Attack again and get it even lower, so I'm gonna risk it. Hopefully this does not, like, get an insane crit. Alright, thank goodness. There we go. Sweet. That is, like, literally perfect. Here's Roar of Time, though. Roar of Time is probably going to kill us because it's an insanely powerful move. But you know what? I ain't even mad just because that move looks so freaking cool anyways. But Dialga's already in the red, so we should be good to go. I think I'm going to swap into Too Spooky and just try and go for the Hypnosis. I probably don't even need to because, Dialga and Palkia have pretty high capture rates anyways, and wow, Too Spooky actually got the Hypnosis off and didn't miss for once. Holy crap. Coming through for me, my man. Fantastic. But, yeah, Dialga and Palkia have pretty high capture rates for legendaries, so honestly, catching them should not be that hard, especially since, you know, Dialga's this red and sleeping. I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, we actually caught it on the first Ultra Ball. Normally, I would be, like, really excited about that, but honestly, I'm not really too surprised. But that's good for us, I guess. Maybe we'll get lucky and the same thing will happen with Palkia. That would actually be real luck right there, but, whatever. Not gonna bother naming Dialga, and you can just have fun in Box 1 for the rest of your life. Alright, so now that that is done, all we gotta do is get Palkia, but Palkia's Rift isn't here, so what do? Well, we actually have to exit and re-enter this area. I'm not sure why. Like, even though we have both orbs at the same time, like, both portals don't appear for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why. They just, like, don't give you the option to choose which one you want to do first, but, whatever. And there it is. So, real quick, let me actually revive and heal up all of my Pokemon because, yeah, I definitely don't want to go into this battle without using, Lofty. Probably not going to use Epona because I believe Palkia is actually Water Dragon, so Epona really wouldn't do, like, any damage. Honestly, I probably should have, like, gotten Maokai out of the box, because he would be pretty useful in this situation, although Amp might actually be a good choice as well, so I'll probably, like, lead off with, Amp going into this next battle. Anyways, now that everyone is healed up, I think we're about ready for this, but I am going to save real quick, so I will see you guys in a quick second. Alright, so I saved and moved around my party, so we are ready to go. Let's check the rift. On the other side of the rift, in a fantastically bizarre place, it's Palkia. Alright, let's do this. I'm ready for your challenge, Palkia. And here's the epic music again. Oh man, I'm excited. Let's catch ourselves a Palkia. So again, Palkia is level 70. It is a water dragon Pokemon. I'm leading off with Amp in hopes that maybe, just maybe, I can get like a Thunder Fang off and paralyze it. But oh wow, never mind. It just went for a Special Rend as like its first move. That is probably going to KO us because just like Dialga's Roar of Time, this move is just like ridiculously powerful. So that kinda stinks. I'm not really sure actually who I should send out. Actually, you know what? I should probably send out Lofty because I think Palkia is actually weak to fighting type moves. So this might be risky, but I think I'm gonna go for close combat and just see what that does. Oh, thank goodness Earth Power does not affect us. That is good. So we got one move off. Hopefully that does decent damage. Alright, a little bit less than half. That's actually pretty good for us. So I'm gonna go for close combat again. Hopefully we do not die from this slash. Come on, Lofty, please survive. Although I did just debuff my defense and stuff. Wow, 5 HP, and that was a crit. Holy crap. Alright, good. Close combat coming out. Ooh, he's in the red. Now, do I want to risk the quick attack? Nah, I don't think I do, actually. Let's just send out 2 Spooky and hopefully get a Hypnosis off and then start throwing some Ultra Balls. Maybe we'll get lucky again and catch on the first one. I don't know. But these guys do have a pretty high capture rate, so it is entirely possible. And now that it's asleep, our chance of success has now increased a little bit more, which is pretty cool indeed. Let's just go for it, I guess. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? He wakes up on the next turn after use Hypnosis again? Not really afraid of that. Alright, Palkia. Are you gonna be mine? 3? Yeah, there we go. Oh man, that's actually really, I want to say really lucky, but honestly, it's probably not that lucky because, I mean, their capture rate is higher than normal, plus it was sleeping, so there was a pretty good percentage that we were gonna like capture on our first Ultra Ball, I would like to say. But there we go, we caught both Palkia and Dialga. That's freaking awesome. Alright, now, let's just get out of here, I guess, because I want to go back to, oh yeah, I forgot I can't fly here. I want to go back to Snow Point City because, well, guess what, guys? There's actually only one more legendary Pokemon that we can catch without like hacking or anything like that. Like when I was looking at the list of legendary Pokemon, I forgot to exclude the event Pokemon that you can't even like encounter anymore without using like action replay codes and stuff like that. So excluding all of those, there's only one more legendary Pokemon that we can actually catch, and that is Regigigas or Regigigas, however you want to pronounce it. And the only way we can actually make that appear is if we get all the other Regis like Steel, Ice, and Rock onto this game, and I'm pretty sure I actually have them on another Pokemon game, because you have to get them from the Hoenn region and then transfer them over to Platinum via the PAL Park. But since I'm using a 3DS, I can't actually use the PAL Park, but I'm pretty sure I have them on another Platinum cart, so I can just trade them over via that way. And I think I'll do that in the next episode, and then we'll catch Regigigas. But for now, I think I'm going to end off this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.